members of the media, respected colleagues from RHB, a very good afternoon and welcome to our RHB Digital Day for Media taking place at RHB's digital office. Thank you for joining us. My name is Liana and I will be your MC for today. Before we get started, allow me to share a gentle reminder on some housekeeping rules. Please ensure your mobile phones and all other electronic devices are kept on mute throughout the session. Members of the media, we would appreciate if you could put your mic on mute as well throughout the presentations. A Q&A session will take place after the presentations and demo session. If you have any questions during the presentations, please feel free to type them out in the chat box and the speakers will address them accordingly during the Q&A session. Please also indicate your name and the media title you represent as you send in your questions. If you can't see the slides or the screen turns white, kindly re-log in and the issue should be resolved. Or alternatively, you may get in touch with the RHB team for assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move forward with today's program, we have a special tour that will give you an insight to the digital workings of RHB Banking Group. Let's take a look. Hello everyone, welcome to RHB's digital office. Is this your first visit to our digital office? If it is, you are in for an exclusive journey of our office to experience our digital team day at work. Let's start with the tour, shall we? First, let's check out the workspace. We work in Agile Squads and the open workspace with various areas to scribble on the board allows the teams to have quick discussions, resolve challenges and ideas. Of course, with the pandemic, we have moved to remote working and we kept the interactions going with key tools like video conferencing and shared folders. Now that our vaccination rates have increased and cases begin to taper down, we are slowly coming back to the office and maintaining the necessary SOPs. We have adapted to this hybrid way of working, and as you can see later as we go along in the tour, there are many breakout areas for us to jump into a call with any of our colleagues working from home too. Let's see if we can catch some of the teams in action. We have some visitors here today to visit the digital office on a tour. So why don't you guys help us understand what it takes to create a customer innovative solution?
Well, first you start with a pain point, and this can come from customer feedback, customer surveys, or even a business hypothesis. And then from there, we basically conduct an ethnographic research in order to validate them and generate more insights per solution. Ethnographic research is about observing our customers and understanding how they interact with us in order to help us serve them better.
What we do is called design thinking. We empathize through what Kelvin has said. We regroup to define the problem based on what we understood from the customer's perspective. And here's the best part. We ideate, prototype, and test. We have the business analyst and business architect in charge of the business flows, the user experience designer and user interface designer for the journey and interaction, and especially the engineers to make it all happen.
Well, and we do those parts iteratively until we found the best way for our customers to achieve what they want in the simplest, most intuitive way possible.
Yes, this is definitely a teamwork, and we do so with our cross-functional team member in a squad. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to strive to create is to create something that our customer can continuously using. This is what the Agile way is working.
Wow, that's very interesting guys, and we are just getting started with the tour. Thanks guys, we'll leave it to you to ideate away. Bye! Come on, let me show you more. Oh, looks like we have Izzati here. Let's have a chat and see what she is up to. Hi Izzati, I'm currently taking our visitors on a tour of the office and we've met the team in Transcendence through brainstorming on a payment feature. What are you up to?
I represent engineering best practices and the automation that happens behind the scene. Nama glamour, DevOps. On top of creating killer apps and features, we are here to make sure that all that is developed goes through a well-oiled production line and gets deployed to users with minimal disruption. We strive to be able to do continuous integration and continuous delivery, CI/CD, basically safely and quickly getting the latest enhancements and features out to our customers. By the way, thanks for stopping by and do enjoy the rest of the tour.
Thank you so much for the quick chat, Izzati. You're in luck. Looks like our Group Managing Director and Group Chief Executive Officer Dato Khairussaleh is here today. Let's go say hi. Hi Dato. We have a few visitors with us today and they are eager to learn more about RHB Digital's transformation.
Hello, I hope you guys are enjoying the tour. The best person to talk about the engine behind all this is here with me, Rohan, our Group Chief Digital and Technology Officer.
Hi everyone, hope you had some insights into our inner workings. From here on, we have a lot more to show you.
The tour of the digital office was just the beginning and we have a lot more in store for you today. Now sit tight as we prepare to bring you on a journey through RHB Digital transformation. In the meantime, let us show you what an insight to what the agile way of working really means.
This is Ali. This is Ali's boss. And this is how we do things at RHB.
Hey brother, everything will be fine.
Because at RHB, together we progress isn't just a promise to those who have placed their trust in us. It's also the way we work to help progress their journey. Which means everyone knows their role and works together for the common goal. Right guys? See, no hierarchy, only efficiency. And efficiency is everything to us.
What if we try using a lock wheel key?
Or maybe we spray it with WD-40?
Okay, let me try stepping on it real hard.
But does that mean that failure is not an option? No, because it doesn't matter how many times we fail. We are always trying to look for ways to improve. If anyone has an idea that improves efficiency,
What if we use an extendable wheelbase instead?
all they have to do is say it. And we will hear it. Yes, Jane? The more efficient we are, the better we can serve our customers. The faster we can accomplish our tasks,
and the faster we can enjoy what we love. Thank you. Like this.
we are proud to be the first bank in Southeast Asia to embrace Agile across the organization. RHB's Agile culture provides employees with greater autonomy, better flexibility, and higher employee engagement. But don't just take our word for it. Join us today to see what RHB Agile is all about.
I hope you enjoyed the exclusive tour of RHB's digital office and have had a peek at how we adopt the agile working way within RHB Banking Group, especially in taking our digital transformation to greater heights. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly excited to be here today with our esteemed panel of speakers. Yang berbahagia, Dato Khairussaleh Ramli, Group Managing Director and Group Chief Executive Officer of RHB Banking Group, Mr. Rohan Krishnalingam, Group Chief Digital and Technology Officer of RHB Banking Group, Mr. Jeffrey Ng, Managing Director, Group Community Banking of RHB Banking Group, as well as Encik Muhammad Rashid Muhammad, Managing Director of Group Wholesale Banking, RHB Banking Group. Shortly, we will have Dato Khairussaleh deliver his opening remarks, followed by a view of RHB's digital transformation journey by Mr. Rohan. And then Mr. Jeffrey will bring you through how RHB's digital transformation has brought our community banking offerings and solutions to greater heights. This is then followed by Encik Muhammad Rashid introducing you to cross-border digital solutions in wholesale banking. After that, we will have a demonstration of selected RHB digital solutions before we then pass the floor back to Dato Khairussaleh for his closing remarks. We will then reach the media Q&A session where we will endeavour to answer as many questions as possible. Members of the media, once again, I would like to remind you to please do not hesitate to key in your questions in the chat box throughout the presentations, or alternatively, you can unmute your mic during the media Q&A session and your questions will be addressed by our panel of speakers. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato Khairussaleh Ramli, Group Managing Director and Group Chief Executive Officer of RHB Banking Group, to say a few words.
Assalamualaikum, very good afternoon, and thank you to all the members of the media that have joined us for this RHB Digital Day, particularly organized for members of the media. We have brought you directly from our digital COE office. This is located in Menara AA, right across the road from our HQ in Jalan Tun Razak. So our idea today is to provide some insight into the journey, the achievement, and the roadmap of our digitalization strategy. The first part of the presentation is going to be pretty much on the strategy and our achievement. And second part will be some examples of our solutions that we have introduced for the benefit of our customers across various business segments. The third part, we will also have a demo for you on select applications, again to give you a good understanding of what we have delivered. And the last part will be wrap up and Q&A. Now on this slide, actually I just have one slide here. We began our digital transformation program in 2017, and our vision at that time was to be a digital banking leader in the region. And 4 years fast forward, it's actually not 5 years yet. 5 years supposed to be at the end of our strategy, but today is 4 years and we have made significant progress. We believe that we have nurtured strong customer first and innovation culture, as well as encourage ideation amongst our employees. We were the first bank in Southeast Asia to implement Agile at scale, and this was done from 2018. We are leading the industry through holistic digital ecosystems. I think that's one key differentiator that we would like to put forward. It's about building ecosystems and unique first-in-market achievements such as the RHB My Home app, the SME financing, and the SME solutions. This again will be provided to you in greater depth later. And to again share with you some of our achievements since we launched our transformation program back in 2017, our digital transactions grew from sorry, can't see the screen, from 64% back in 2017 to 93%. And if you were to, this included ATM transactions, but even if you exclude ATM transactions, digital transactions grew by, or grew to 85%. Another measure is about business that has been originated digitally, and from a mere 1%, in fact less than 1% back in 2017, it is now about 25%. Cost to income has also dropped from 50% to 44.5%, and we believe that when you talk about cost to income improvement, it is not merely just from the cost perspective, it's also from being able to improve our revenue as well. One key indicator, another key indicator is about net promoter score, right? This is whether our customer will recommend us to other people or not. back in 2017, we actually had a negative NPS. And we have managed to turn that around and have been consistently growing that. And the latest NPS score that we had last year was plus 11%. Now, on the right-hand side is our strategy house. So our vision is about embedding digital experience into our customers' lifestyle and business needs. And the way that we want to do this is by building a better customer value proposition via digital ecosystem partnerships through API. Again, I mentioned about ecosystem as a key focus in our strategy. Now, in our digital strategy, we've got 4 pillars. First is about digital customer journeys. I alluded earlier about the strong customer-first culture, and we want to do things based on customer journeys, right? And through an agile way of working in iterations. The second part, before that, and what we want to focus on is 3 key pillars. It's through My Bank, which is all about transactions, and My Life is about your lifestyle, and My Wealth is about you being able to use our digital platforms for purposes of your wealth management. The second pillar is about customer engagement and acquisition. This is through frictionless digital experience, particularly through our mobile and internet banking. The third pillar is about accelerating digital payments, and this is by enabling lifestyle and business needs towards a cashless society. We want to also deploy our digital capabilities overseas as well. And obviously, the first 2 markets I want to do is our other 2 home markets, which are Singapore and Cambodia. And these are all supported by analytics and artificial intelligence, as well as, of course, using next generation technology capabilities. Since 2018, we actually committed an amount of about 500 million ringgit for digital and IT modernization. We have spent about half of the IT side, and digital also, I think, about 2/3 already. Now, we have also set our targets for 2023, and we think that we want to achieve digital transactions of more than 95% by then. 50% of our business will be originated digitally. We want to be top 3 in digital payments through Do It Now. And we want to have 15% of all revenue derived from the ecosystems that we would build with our partners. So let me stop here, and I shall invite my colleague Rohan to talk a bit more about our strategy and our achievement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dato. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Rohan Krishnalingam, Group Chief Digital and Technology Officer of RHB Banking Group, to deliver his presentation on RHB's digital transformation.
Thank you, Dato and Liana. In the next segment, I will take members of the media through our transformation journey. You would have heard just now about from our people about what they do, right? You would have heard terms called design thinking, ethnographic research, and so on. So this is a mantra that we have adopted as part of our digital transformation, which is to put our customers at the center of everything we do. So we always start by understanding, what are the customer pain points, right? Really understand, through ethnographic research and our design thinking methodology that you can see here. We really go through the discovery process. And once we really understand what the customers really want, we then design the journey. And this is an end-to-end journey that we look at. And of course, when we do our delivery, we break it down into what we call MVPs, minimum viable products. We prioritize our delivery through these MVPs, getting something out to the customer as quickly as possible so that they can experience a differentiated journey. We pilot and then we test it. Now, how we have organized is what we call Agile Squads. You would have seen that video earlier about talking about Agile. We did this agile transformation as we did the digital transformation. It's about putting together a cross-functional squad that's able to solve customer pain points and really focus on the customer. So typically the squad lead will come from the business, but in that same squad they'll have somebody from marketing, somebody from IT, somebody from our digital team. So it's a self-sufficient squad which is focused around a sense of purpose around delivering that great customer experience to our customers. And this is an iterative process. So the squad never stops working on things that they need to roll out to customers. We have a backlog, we constantly get customer feedback, and we continuously improve our product or service. So that's the journey that we've taken since 2017. On Agile, as Dato Khairussaleh mentioned, we started this within our digital transformation program in 2017. We saw a lot of good results, and we decided to roll it out across the group. And we can see the results, right? The customer experience has steadily improved over years. We've been able to achieve faster speed to market. Our product launches have been improved by 2.5 times, and our marketing campaigns are about 3.4x. And we've also seen increased productivity. And at this point, we have about 10,789 people working in Agile. That's almost the entire group. And by next year, we would cover the entire group in Malaysia and start to move the Agile way of working across our regional countries. We've seen good result on employee engagement. Our EES score has gone up to 92. This is, I believe, one of the highest in the industry, banking industry. So across the board, we are very proud to have adopted the Agile way of working. And many of our employees are very happy working in this mode. And we've been able to attract and retain some of the best talent. So we believe this is a key ingredient to our winning operating model. So let me just give the members of the media a little bit of color in terms of the journey. Actually, we started really small, right? Back in 2017, we only had about, we just focused on 5 customer journeys. When we started our digital transformation journey, we only had about 10 people in our digital transformation office. But we took each of these customer journeys and really tried to reimagine it using digital technologies. And later on, my colleagues, Jeffrey and Rashid will be able to talk about some of these products and services. In 2017 itself, within a short period of time of 6 months, we launched 3 innovative products. The first is My Home app, which again Jeffrey will talk about. This was the first in the market at that time, and still is the first in the market, where customers can apply for a mortgage loan on a mobile app and submit all documents through the mobile app. And we've since then continuously improved the customer experience on this app. We also rolled out iSmart, a tool for our SME RMs, so that they were digitally enabled and they could go and serve their customers much better. And finally, we enable our customers to open banking CASA accounts online. And rather than them coming to the branch, we sent our staff, which we call RHB Riders, to do the KYC and enable their account. In 2018, we started work on our new next generation internet and mobile banking. And at this point, it's very important for us to own this intellectual property or asset. So, a lot of the teams that worked on this, in-house RHB talents, everything from the experience design to the user stories, to the software development, testing, and product management. They're all in-house staff. We launched a beta version in 2018. But we also launched a lot of other digital assets. So we launched our insurance mobile app. Again, 3 minutes to get a quote, 5 minutes to purchase motor insurance. through a mobile app and will deliver the road tax to your doorstep. We also launched SME financing online for small ticket loans. And again, this was a completely new business for us, right? To be able to do SME loans online. And I'm sure my colleague Jeff will share a little bit about the outcome. And when we saw the outcome of Agile, we decided to then take a bold move to roll this out across the group. I've shared some of the results in the previous slide about how that journey has come along. In 2019, we actually launched two ecosystem partnerships, one on homeowners and one on SME. And again, we have made very, very strong progress in these two areas. We also launched our new mobile banking app, and that has been quite well received. The NPS is above industry. And we also launched a version of SME financing through a mobile app. So these are some of the key highlights in 2019. In 2020, we then worked on the internet banking. So we have now a common omni-channel version of internet and mobile banking, where regardless of the channel of your choice, you can get the same set of services, and it's seamless moving from one channel to another. We also launched Live FX for Reflex, one of the first banks to do it. And finally, we started our cloud adoption journey. And of course, it was a difficult year, with COVID, but we also saw an acceleration of digital services. More and more of our customers were looking for digital services, and we saw a huge take-up for all our digital products and services. And this year, we've continued to introduce improve our online banking and mobile banking app. This year we've also launched something I'll come back and talk about later, a GoWave mobile banking proposition in Cambodia. Later on, my colleague PG will show you our prototype that we intend to launch soon on eKYC. And also the remote interview. Again, this is another feature that is the first in the industry. So we're very proud of that. Dato Khairussaleh talked about some of these results. So you can see here, the digital transactions has grown from 64% in 2017 to 93% in 2021. So within a short span of 4 years, there's been a huge acceleration, and you can see correspondingly the branch transactions have gone down. When we started our digital transformation, we didn't have any new business originated digitally. We're now about 25%. Our target is to get to 50% by next year. And again, with the rollout of eKYC, we believe we are on track for that. And consequently, our cost-to-income ratio has also shown good trajectory downwards, and our NPS has continued to improve. So overall, we've seen very, very positive results from our digital transformation. We have also won a number of awards, and these are just the awards we've won this year. So, many of the international agencies are recognizing our progress in digital transformation. In the Alpha Southeast Asia Awards, we've won Best Digital Bank in Malaysia for the last 2 years. And maybe just to highlight, the Asian banker that benchmarks a lot of the leading banks in this region has ranked us as number 2 in digital banks among the Malaysian banks. I just want to take 1 minute to talk about technology, right? Because digital transformation is all about the latest technology. And we've been embracing the latest technology using cloud, leveraging on cloud, building our software based on a microservices architecture on containers, and practicing Agile and DevOps. And we believe, for the banking sector, the adoption of the latest technology is going to be a key differentiator moving forward. So even though we are a more traditional bank, the adoption of the latest technology is going to be key for the digitalization moving forward. And finally, on talent, right? So this slide talks about the digital tech and analytics workforce. And if you look at Malaysian banks, typically they have about 5 to 7% of their workforce, with digital tech or analytics skills. We have been increasing our digital and tech talent. We are currently 7% of our total workforce. We intend to increase that steadily to 11% by 2026. And you'll see at the top of the slide, these are skills that we never had, 3-4 years ago, right? In UI, UX, Scrum Masters, mobile apps developers, RPA analysts, data scientists, data modelers. We now have that capability in-house. Our digital staff strength is about 140 people, and we intend to grow that. Our technology strength is about 500 odd staff, and we intend to grow that. We've also been moving more systems to be supported in-house, and our target is to have close to 60% of our systems supported in-house by 2026. And we're focusing on upskilling our staff. So recently, for example, 200 of our technology staff has undergone a program with AWS, which is one of the leading cloud players, to really get them into understand cloud technology and adopt it. And we are also working on attracting and retaining the best talent in the market. We're not only just competing with banks, but we're competing with fintechs and soon to digital banks. So we're working on an employee value proposition that combines giving them the opportunity to work on the leading edge technology. We have something called Dragon's Den, which allows our teams to innovate. And if they are successful, we fund them on their innovation program. And we also provide them incentives. And we also have adopted a flexible working hours and remote working setup. So, this office, for example, that you saw, we set this up in 2017, and this is part of the value proposition for our digital and tech talent. So hopefully that gives you a bit of color in terms of the inner workings of our digital transformation. And I will now hand over to my colleague, Jeffrey, to talk about what we have achieved in community banking. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohan. Ladies and gentlemen and members of the media, I would like to now welcome Mr. Jeffrey Ng, Managing Director of Group Community Banking at RHB Banking Group, to take you through the digital transformation in community banking.
All right, thank you very much, Yana, Rohan. First of all, let me start by saying good afternoon to ladies and gentlemen of the media. Thank you so much for taking your time to be with us this afternoon. So what I'll do is that I will bring you through some of the digital innovation in the retail and SME space and how we are transforming and differentiating ourselves from a customer journey perspective. Okay. I want to start by sharing with everyone our design principles when it comes to digitalization. And in the spirit of Agile, it is always about the customer, right? So we ask ourselves a few, we base all our designs based on a few principles. One of it is the onboarding experience easy? Was it simple to apply for our products and services? Did our customer manage to get information about our products and services quite easily? The second principle was the total overall experience a simple and seamless one? Was it pleasing? Did we come back to you over a very short period of time with the decisioning? And lastly, we ask ourselves also, was RHB there when your need arose for a banking product or service? Did we add value in your overall experience? So with these three design principles, we came up with a whole host of digital innovation for our retail and SME customers. We will go through some of it a bit later on. Some of it like our RHB My Home app, our new internet and mobile banking, and obviously a whole host of our digital tools to help SMEs in Malaysia. I'm going to start off with our retail innovation, and I'm going to start off with what we call our digital channel platform, or DCP for short. Digital channel platform is basically our new internet and mobile banking platform for our customers, right? And our vision here basically is, can we design a better internet and mobile banking experience that is differentiating? A platform that is simple, a platform that is fast, but more importantly, a platform that is really seamless between the internet banking and mobile. And we also have a few visions that we try to achieve when designing our internet and mobile banking. One of it is basically being the bank of choice in our customers' pocket. Can we deliver great banking experience on the go? We also have a vision of ensuring that banking is enriching to our customers. Can we also be a lifestyle partner and companion to our customers? That we provide the best promotions, products, and services at important events of their lives. And we ask ourselves also, can we have a vision of being the wealth companion for our customers, where our customers not only buy and sell investments with us, but basically we are also there to provide a structured advisory service when they need it. And the end result of it is basically our new mobile and internet banking, where there is truly a unified omni-channel experience, where you can have a choice between using it via your internet banking portal or mobile, if you choose to do so. And we are glad to say that we are now servicing close to 1 million of our customers with a great active rate of about 70%. These are basically some of the features that are available within our internet and mobile banking. As you can see from some of the screenshots, the design is clear, the design is simple, and the design is straightforward with great user-friendly customer experience, and that's the proposition that we would want our customers to experience. But more importantly, again, is to reiterate the fact that it is really seamless between the internet banking portal and also the mobile, because we believe that customers should be given a choice whether you would want to use either of these channels for your own convenience. And more importantly, one of the design principles that we apply when designing DCP is basically our one-touch convenience, where can a customer complete their process within a touch? Can the customer complete the process within the shortest possible time for them, right? And basically, these are some of the features that we have come up with, where you can set your own PIN and self-registration. We have something called cash access as well, where a lot of our customers can actually have access to cash within a single touch within our internet and mobile banking. You can place fixed deposits, and obviously you can pay bills and also buy and sell through our multi-currency account. Okay. One thing that's coming up within our customer journey is something that we are quite excited about, right? How would it be? It would be really great if our customers could actually open a banking account from the comfort of their home, within the armchair or sofa of their house, right? And we are very excited about the fact that we will be launching our eKYC current account opening with facial recognition feature that basically will allow this at the beginning of next year. And for those of you all that are here today, we will be going through a quick sneak peek later on about this feature. I want to move on to talk about our mortgage or My Home ecosystem, right? We understand at RHB that basically mortgage is really an important life decision to many of our customers, right? And we want to try to make it as simple as possible and to take away as much of the anxiety as possible for many of our first-time homeowners. So we have come up with what we call our My Home app. And the My Home app really will help the customers do a few things, right? The customers can easily come to our app to basically be well informed before making a decision. You can be informed into what to look for when you buy a property from a developer, or if you're doing it sub-sale. There will also be what are the financing options that are available to a customer, right? And also, we will also educate the customers from an end-to-end journey, including the documentation. We also make it really simple that if a customer chooses to take a mortgage from us, right, you can apply from the convenience of your home with just a very simple, copy of the My Card, your payment slips and booking receipt. We can actually get the whole process going. And more importantly is that we give certainty to our customers in a sense that there will be approval in principle to give assurance that the financing is available for their important decisions in their lives. And of course, if our customers truly want to have someone to service them, then it's really quickly a touch via the My Home app to reach out to any one of our mortgage consultants. Mortgage is also basically an end-to-end journey, and we know that it starts with our partners, right? And we have what we call our RHB Partners App. Today we have about over 1,000 agents that are on this app that gives us close to 3,000 referrals on a monthly basis. And many of these are really easily facilitating a lot of the financing for a lot of our customers. Our customers will then thereafter go into our My Home app to have a very easy application. About 56% of all our sales today actually goes through our My Home app, as we went through just now. But more importantly also, because mortgage is a journey, we ensure that the post-purchase experience for our customers is also great. And we have our My Home web that basically helps the customers settle into their own house, to their houses, whether they need, renovation services, etc. And there will be many more to come, where we are working with a few key developers to ensure that we are directly integrated to many of their portals to allow financing to happen quite seamlessly for many of the first-time mortgage buyers. I'm going to move a bit to SME now, and the same principles apply to SME, and the result of it is, three main areas that we will share today. One of it is what we call our SME e-solutions, whereby we really create a holistic, integrated ecosystem for small businesses in Malaysia. The other one is our SME Online, where we allow many of the small businesses in Malaysia to self-service themselves in applying for financing. And lastly, we also understand that many SMEs today still want an assistance from a relationship manager, but we have what we call an iSmart to transform this experience of interaction between the RM and the customer. So I'm going to start off with our SME e-solutions, right? And when we design this, we actually believe that banking should be seamlessly integrated with many of the business solutions to make it really easy for our customers, right? So what we have done is that we have put Reflex in the heart of the operations, where today we are directly linked to many of our partners. We have got our accounting partners, as you can see. We are also linked in terms of HR and payroll, point of sale solutions, education, and of course, our Do It Now PayNet system to allow easy movement of payments and collections. And as a result of this, we are really truly automating a lot of the processes for small businesses, and we have we have about 13,000 customers today. When we see the kind of experience that they are getting through this solution, they are a lot more engaged with RHB, and their balances are typically around 80% higher than those that are not. So just a bit more about our ecosystem. Some of the things that can really happen through this integration, to give everyone a flavor, is when you're integrated with the accounting system, you can actually have got real-time bank balances. There's automated reconciliation now, something that many businesses are doing manually. It can be automated. Similarly, in terms of initiating payments, where one click in your accounting system, basically payments are then made through our Reflex system, rather than having a manual intervention by the accounts clerk in most of the situations. And if some of the businesses outside there are doing retail, the Do It Now QR is fully integrated with the POS to allow real-time confirmation of receipt of collection to ease the whole process today. I just want to move on to cover about SME online financing, right? And today we are still the only bank that can truly do remote onboarding for a small businesses that covers both new and existing customers of our bank, right? And all a customer basically needs to do is basically submit their IC and their bank statements, and we can actually start the whole process of financing for the customer. The customer actually gives us consent online, right, via facial recognition. And at the back end, we actually have got technology to help accelerate the whole process of assessment. We've got bank statement analyzers to help our credit management. We also have what we call smart interview, right, where we can actually truly do a virtual site visitation for many of our customers on the ground. And they don't have to come. We actually can do a virtual site visit. We can do geolocation to actually do verification to determine the financing that's available for the customer, right? So that really shortens the whole process. And we believe that this process, 7 out of 10 of our customers today actually can obtain financing remotely from RHB Bank. We also understand that basically SMEs also prefer to actually see a RM to actually get their products or services done. But we also believe that there's an opportunity for us to truly transform that same experience. So before this, we had to meet face-to-face, we had to fill up physical applications, follow up, and go back to the customer with a physical letter of offer to get financing. Today, we have actually, rolled out an alternative remote digital capability to our customers that want that, right? We can do our interaction virtually. They can give us consent via SMS, right? We used to actually get people to fill up a lot of physical forms. Some of the directors couldn't be around on time, but today, via a link through the mobile phone, all the consent can be obtained digitally to start the whole process. So we are really cutting short, and removing a lot of the challenges of a small business trying to get a financing today. And of course, we went through some of the processes where we can even do things virtually, like site visitation, that shortens the whole process to less than a week for them to get financing. Yeah. Just now, Rohan spoke about our iSmart, right? And our iSmart is basically a tablet that we equip our relationship managers to talk to a lot of the SMEs in the market today. And that's truly transforming a lot of the experience in a sense that, number one, leads can be sent directly to an RM so that they can follow up really quickly. But more importantly is that we are also allowing our customers to get a lot of value-added services from the bank. We can actually do peer benchmarking where they can benchmark themselves against people within their same industry to see how they are going. Right? We have a product repository where we can actually bring them through all the products that are available with the information. Click of a button, we can actually email to them as well. And we are also allowing many things to be done remotely without going to a bank. Opening an SME account, we can even do pre-screening to tell them about their likelihood of eligibility, to make the experience a lot better with our relationship managers. And lastly, I want to touch on the fact that banking today has changed, and we envision that our future basically is what we call API banking or embedded finance, right? In the future, it's about banks being there when a customer's demand arises. In the future, a customer is not going to look out for a bank when they have a need. The bank has to be there. So RHB also has that vision, and we are building towards that vision, right? So in the coming year, you will find us in many of the product developers that I spoke about, car dealers, and also many of the merchant sites where we will be truly embedded for the simplicity and seamlessness of our customer experience. Okay, with that, I'll be handing over to Encik Rashid to go through some of our innovation under the wholesale banking space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeffrey. And now I am pleased to invite Encik Muhammad Rashid Muhammad, Managing Director of Group Wholesale Banking, who will be presenting on the cross-border digital transformations happening in wholesale banking.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Thank you to all for being here. I think you may have heard a lot of design principle. I think it stays. Jeffrey talked about customers from the retail perspective and also from the SME perspective. So I guess we never forget our another set of our customers, which is our corporates and institutional. So look at them, and we understand what's needed, what's required. So I think that's why I think at the wholesale banking, we keep customers again at the center, and we look at opportunity working with partners, and we look at the entire ecosystem of our customers to serve our customers better. So let me introduce you to Rhb Reflex. You may not have heard, or some of you may have heard. I mean, of course, Jeffrey, Rohan, and Dato GMD has mentioned a bit about the platform. So clearly, I think if we have DCP for our retail customers, for our corporate customers and institutional customers, we have Rhb Reflex. What is this system? This system is actually a one-stop banking platform for business of all size. I think it's empowering business owners and managers to manage cash flow in a simple, fast, and seamless way. We have seen a lot of progress. I think we have also had an advantage. I've been going into the pandemic, the fact that you can see that our digital transformation journey started earlier than that. So I think when this happened and people move away from a traditional kind of banking, even at the corporate, we heard the corporate wanted a lot of digital offering. I think that's when I think we have an advantage. We have compared to some of our competitors, we are there and offering. So we see a lot of progression in there. You can see that in this slide, the growth in our active Reflect customers. I think it grew by more than 25% from 2018. I think we have slightly over 100,000 of customers that actively using Reflect as at June 2021. So what does this Reflect does? So imagine the digital channel platform. I think imagine what the daily thing that you're doing. You do a transfer, you receive payment, I think this is more for corporate perspective. Okay, you know, there's a requirement for corporates to manage their account, to make payment, to receive collection, and of course liquidity management. I think we offer Reflex, we call it Reflex Premium Plus, where we also have integrated our Reflex system with our partners, like what Jeffrey has shared with you earlier. So this will basically provide a total ecosystem for our customers. Of course, most of our users are currently SME and commercial customers, but slowly we are seeing some of our corporate customers as well have been asking, has been showing an interest into this system. I think at the end of the day, it's all about digital offering. Okay, what do we do? I think that continuously, I think the journey continuously we enhance, we provide more flexibility and more offering digitally. So what we did is also to put our RHB Reflex on mobile. So we know that, you know, this would help definitely from business and corporate perspective. So businesses now, the managers, the authorizers can authorize transaction on the go with RHB Reflex Mobile. So that's one feature that basically, I think to a certain extent, differentiate us with our competitors in the market. We also integrated Do It Now QR code with the point of sales of terminals to make it easier for both merchant and customers to complete the transaction contactless especially. So you can see that through our Reflex, the QR code can be generated and can be passed to terminal. That would help and will assist the contactless transaction payment and receipt as well. So I think the one thing unique about RHB Reflex as well, I think Rohan mentioned this earlier, it's about the RHB Life Effects. Okay, we know that you know this process, the customers calling the dealers for FX rate, the confirmation, and to some extent some of them need to be present at the branch. So we try to understand, we try to see how best that we can address some of the pain point of the customers. I think that's why that's when the thing about putting RHB Life FX into Reflex is one of the solution. Our customers now can monitor the FX rate up to 34 currency in real time, and they can book their contract, either it's spot, either outright, either even time options, forward, and manage their settlement all in a single platform. One login, you can do this transaction seamless. So this will also expedite your business payment. I think we allow customers to process in bulk in terms of in terms of the need for them to do more than one transaction. Of course, at the end of the day, what customer wanted is also a real time, a good rate, and I think a seamless process. So in Reflex, you heard about API. For RHB Life FX, it's connected through an API to our Murex system. Murex system is our internal treasury system, of course, so that facilitate the transaction, providing a real-time FX rate to customers, so that at any point of time, customers want to transact, I think they get a real-time FX rate. I think this is as good as like not a minute, a second away from what transacted in the market. So clearly, I think we are looking at this on the regional space as well. So Reflex is now available in Malaysia, in Singapore, and in Cambodia. Then, of course, wherever that we have present, I think eventually that's what we'll be looking at. So I talked about Reflex. I think, yes, I think just to delve further on what this Reflex offers, of course, I mentioned earlier in terms of exchange rate inquiry. So you monitor your real-time foreign exchange rates. You can, I mean, the system also allow and provide you with the indicative forward rate if you are looking at doing not just spot in the forward in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months time. you want to buy for forward purposes. These are available and on real-time basis, and you can book the trade. I mean, if you have a target rate that you want to achieve, I think some corporates, some SMEs, of course, they have a cost. They know what's their cost. They know what's the minimum, what's the maximum exchange rate that they can enter into. This all can be done and can be done through the system, through the Reflex system, RHB Live FX. So I guess then at any point of time, I think the unique about our RHB Live FX as well, you can check your booking status at any point of time, inquiry. You can call up all the contract you have entered, outstanding, and even some of those who have matured to just for your assessment. So all those contracts that you need to call up earlier, I think it's all done through system. So it's no longer that needing you to call and get the quotes from the dealers and from the traders of the bank. So I guess 33% of our active FX customers now have been using this. I think we are seeing a lot. Like I said, we are seeing a lot more interest, not just among the SME. Commercial customers, even institutional are asking, and I think the fact that it's seamless, they get better rate, and of course it's real time, so efficient. I think these are the criteria that they always wanted. So we have currently up to 34 currency pairs in the Reflex system, 22 currencies against ringgit, and 12 currencies against US. This is cross, non-ringgit crosses. So what we're saying here, I think this is not exhaustive. This is what we saw, that this is what the customers want for now. This will be added as and when new currencies, new kind of transaction is required in Reflex. Of course, then I think we talk about, okay, customers need some contact point, a contactless point. I think customers, this is the latest enhancement that we have done. We know that customers who would want to seek more information, want to get in touch if they have issues at their fingertips. So we have introduced RHB Reflex on WhatsApp. So I think this is a platform, a WhatsApp platform that allow customers to get in touch with us 24/7. I think we also take advantage of providing customers with any offering, any campaign, any promotion through this channel. I think what's important also in assisting customers when they really need our assistance. I think that's how this channel is being offered to all of our customers. So I guess in a nutshell, I think like I mentioned earlier, the same design principle. We are looking at retail, SME, and corporate. We're looking at serving our customers digitally as and when we can, and some product that has been made commoditized. So I think that's where I think we will continue progressing on offering in our digital transformation offering. I think that's all from me from corporate perspective.
Thank you very much, Encik Rashid. Mr. Rohan, I believe you have something exciting to share about RHB's digital expansion within the region.
Hi, thanks, Liana. Earlier, Dato Khairussaleh mentioned about one pillar of our strategy, which is focused about digital expansion overseas. Our two primary focus markets will be Cambodia and Singapore. I'd just like to share a little bit about Cambodia. So we have a presence in Cambodia. We have about 11 branches there. But we've taken a very different approach to expanding our business in Cambodia. We've decided to go digital in a big way. And Cambodia is a very interesting market. Population of about 16 plus million, but they've got 21 million mobile phones. So the penetration of mobile phones is actually more than the population. Very young population, median age is 26, and they're very digitally savvy, right? They're on Facebook and so on. So we've decided to take an alternate strategy for growth in Cambodia. And we launched our first proposition back in June. It was called a very new brand, which we call Go Wave. we launched it based on deep ethnographic research, because we didn't just want to roll out a banking proposition. The entire proposition here is around financial literacy, because when we did our ethnographic research, we found Cambodians were looking for financial knowledge. They were looking for a deeper understanding about how to save, how to invest, and what's the best way to start a business. So we launched this community portal, which we call the Go Wave portal, in June. And happy to say we won the International Finance Awards for Cambodia for the most innovative new online financial literacy platform. But we didn't stop there, right? We've just recently launched our mobile app that has financial literacy. It has gamified banking, and it has a lot of tips to help our customers to be able to do financial planning, savings, and so on. And very soon, we will hopefully launch our entire full banking app, which will have features such as online account opening with eKYC, quick login through biometrics, and we are also integrating into the payment systems called Bakong in Cambodia. And this will allow cashless payments, and we will have loyalty and rewards. I just want to share that this is a completely cloud-native application that was built entirely by our in-house team. And it will basically be our expansion strategy into Cambodia. And we look forward to hopefully really taking the market there with our digital propositions. That's all from me, Liana.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rohan. Truly exciting stuff. We have heard the various digital solutions resulting from RHB's digital transformation. Now let us show you how these solutions really work. I would like to welcome Ms. Poo Gyok Tan, who will take you through the new features of eKYC, which was presented by Mr. Jeffrey earlier.
Good afternoon, all the media members. Let me walk through the demo of how easy to open the savings account and current account fully digitally without having the customer walk to the branch. Okay, the steps that we will cover in the following demo will be just 3 areas: customer to provide their personal informations, and then facial recognitions, following by transferring the initial deposit via FBX to activate the account. This can be done all immediately, and instantly their account can be activated. Let's watch the video now. So user just provide their full name, validate their mobile number, scan their NRIC, create their login credential just in case at the drop off they will be able to log in at any time to continue their journey. They provide some of their personal information, contact details, employment details, we allow them to review all the information they key in before submit the applications. This is a step that they do the facial recognition. And the next step is to transfer the initial deposit from via FBX. And that's it. The account has been successfully opened now. This is only within a 4 minutes time. In any case, if the customer drop off midway, not to worry, they can always continue their journey on to their whichever platform they prefer, either internet banking or mobile banking. So this is the omni-channel experience that we are offering to our customer. Thank you. This is a journey of an eKYC.
Now, on to digital solutions specially designed for SMEs. I would like to welcome Mr. Sme Chew, who will bring you through the demonstration for SME online financing.
Good afternoon, members of the media. I will be doing 2 demos on the digital capabilities in the SME Online Financing, namely the Smart Interview and also the Micro Expression Personal Integrity Check. Firstly, allow me to briefly walk you through the process of applying for SME Online Financing. Firstly, the customer may download a mobile app to apply for the SME Online Financing on their own, or if they chooses to engage a relationship manager, the relationship manager can also assist the customer to apply for the loan via the relationship manager mobile's app. The customer then are required to do a digital consent by taking a picture of themselves, scanning the IC, and upload the bank statement online. Our digital process is actually equipped with facial recognition as well as MyCard verification to authenticate the MyCard and the person that is applying for the loan. A bank statement analyzer then, with built-in algorithm, will then extract and analyze the information on the bank statement automatically. Then our credit hub will then virtually interview our customer. We expect 7 out of 10 of our customers to be interviewed virtually. And the Smart Interview is also will be equipped with the micro expression in times to come, using the capability of artificial intelligence to actually analyze the micro expression and action of customer to score the customer integrity. Once the process is completed, an approval in principle would be granted, and for higher risk customer, a physical site visit may still be required. Moving on, I will show you how a customer experience is like during a virtual interview. So here you can see that a customer is holding a mobile phone while interacting with our credit hub. Once a virtual interview is arranged by our credit hub, the customer will immediately receive an SMS, email, and also app notification. So a reminder will be sent to the customer 24 hours or 15 minutes before the interview. When the time has arrived, the customer then will log in and communicate with our credit hub. As you can see here, the smaller screen here is our customers, and the larger screen here is the credit hub that interview our customers. And during the interview, our credit hub may request our customer here to show around the business premises and to also see what are the business activities that is going on remotely without actually visiting the customer physically, and to also speak to the customer on various issues regarding the business. Moving on, the next demo that I will show you is actually the screen of our credit hub while doing the virtual interview with our customer. As you can see on your right, there are a list of guided questions for our credit hub, and there's a comment box below where our credit hub may input observation or information during the interview. The smaller screen here, as you can see, is our credit hub, and the larger screen is our customer. And during the interview, the credit hub may also take a still picture on items of interest to be stored for future reference. And one important feature of our virtual interview is that it is equipped with a geolocation tagging, where we are able to exactly pinpoint the location of the customer and where during the interview. This is to help us to prevent fraud because we are able to match the address given by the customer compared with the actual location of the customer during the interview. As you can see here, there's a map that actually tells you where the exact location of the customer is and the address of the location. Moving on, the last demo will be what we have in store for the future, which is a micro expression personal integrity check, which we intend to launch within the next 2 months. This capability enables us to score a person's character or integrity based on artificial intelligence readings of a person's micro expression as well as action. As you can see here, The virtual interview screen has now been enhanced with emotion chart on your right, and as well as a score at the bottom, all based on the reading of micro expression. As the interview continues, on each of the questions, the artificial intelligence will actively interpret all the micro expression and actions captured to score the customer personal integrity. The artificial intelligence will further help us to enhance our credit risk assessment during our customer virtual interview. And with that, we have come to an end of our SME Online Financing demo. Thank you.
Last but not least, allow us to take you through how RHB Live FX at Reflex works.
Introducing RHB Live FX at Reflex, the hassle-free foreign exchange platform that allows you to monitor and book FX rates in real time and manage your settlements all in one place. There are 3 types of contracts available for you to book FX rates, which are spot, outright, and time option, which vary based on the maturity date. You can confirm an FX rate today for conversion or transfer on a later date. To begin, log in to Rhb Reflex and find RHB Live FX on the menu. The Exchange Rate Inquiry section allows you to monitor rates in real time. Click on your preferred rates to proceed to FX booking. At the Indicative Forward Swap Points section, you can view the swap points up to a 1-year period. Select Click here to lock in a rate and proceed to FX booking. To make an FX rate booking, complete the booking information required. Then click Get Rates. Refreshed rates will appear after a few seconds. If you are agreeable to the rates, click Accept and wait for Contract ID. Any cancellation after clicking Accept may incur charges. Click Contract Inquiry to view all outstanding FX contract information. To check on your booking status, click Booking Status Inquiry. Visit the RHB Reflex website to find out more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you now have a good understanding of how RHB's digital solution works. We have heard about RHB's digital transformation journey and the group's plans moving forward. Now let's hear what our customers have to say on how our digital transformation and solutions have changed their lives.
We wanted the everyday Malaysian, the ones who are working day in, day out in offices, in factories, to also try a good coffee.
I just want to give an environment that I would like my children to be in.
It's a happy business. People come here for good food in a clean and safe environment.
It's a pretty good feeling, dealing with so many people from different countries.
Like every startup, we have never imagined how difficult it would be.
I'm the HR manager here, I'm the accounts manager, and I'm the main teacher as well. It's too much for me.
We'll be selling, we'll be operating, we'll be managing inventory, we'll also be hiring and training people. We would have to manage our retail point of sales, our inventory, our HR, our banking and finance under separate silo systems.
We have many different systems that is not connected. For example, HR, accounting system, post systems.
We had to create entries in each system and approve them all separately. You can imagine for one transaction, we had to make and approve about 6 times. With RHB SME e-solutions, everything we reported under one financial accounting system without us having to key in everything manually.
With SME e-solutions, all of this is connected and integrated to the banking system.
I was excited when I knew that my online banking can be integrated with the accounting system, and it can give me solution for my reconciliation of my collections and payments.
It's good for small business owners like us who do not have any background in payroll and accounting.
I feel very relieved to have a system like this.
I think this solution is very good for me.
And I believe the system can help to release me from unnecessary admin jobs and be able to focus on things that I love doing, being with the children and teaching and planning my lessons.
By integrating the accounting system and the banking system, we can save so much time and money.
Now I'm looking forward to enjoying my coffee a little longer every morning and also spending that extra time thinking about how we can serve our customers better.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the RHB Digital Day 2021 for Media. On behalf of RHB Banking Group, we would like to sincerely thank all of you for joining us today.